if you're having a hard time sticking to your diet, maybe what you need is a little motivation. Mike Pridmore is here with just that because, well, I think we have a picture of him before. This is him now. He lost 90 pounds. Go ahead and have a seat for me and tell me how this journey began. When did you first sit down with this guy?
It was January of last year.
Really?
So a full year ago.
90 pounds in a year? So, okay, so when did you finally hit your goal?
It was, I don't know, 4 or 5 months into the plan.
Really? Did you find it to be easier than you thought it was going to be?
It was much easier. The hardest part was walking in the door, sitting down with Charles, coming up with the plan.
Because those pipes are scary and intimidating?
Well, just admitting that I needed help was a big piece of it. And, there's so much information out there, apps, stuff online, and a lot of it contradictory. So just having to be able to ask for help and sit down and have Charles help come up with a plan that worked was the hardest part.
And so you had tried all kinds of things prior to this?
Yeah, gym, diets on my own, different apps that you track calories and different things. And so it worked for short amounts of time, but there was never a comprehensive plan.
And so he really lined it out for you. Here's what you're going to eat for breakfast.
Here's what you're going to do.
Here's what you're going to eat for lunch. Here's going to be your snack.
Here's how.
It's really separating emotion from food is what we did. Is we came up with a strategy so no longer was spontaneity driving his life. It was much more strategic, so he knew what he was going to do. And much of that he brought to my office. It was just developing the momentum to stay consistent and not allow the circumstances, the environment, the temptations that are around all of us to influence him in a way that was really derailing his commitment before he met me.
Now, once you have that initial meeting, how often do you meet with a client after that?
Typically every other week. So most people come in every other week, and we sit down, talk about exactly what's going on in their life. Very little has to do with food. Most of it has to do with what are the forces at work in your life that keep you from staying in agreement with what you set out to do? Because all of us know what we really need to be doing.
Right.
We all know that an apple is healthier for us than a Snickers bar. The question is, do we feel we deserve it? And what's it going to take to stay consistent and be strategic in the face of being barraged by so much information, as Michael was talking about? There's so many different plans out there, one conflicting the next.
Right.
So what we need to do is streamline it so that you know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Once you start developing momentum and you start seeing results, it's easy to get in that success vortex rather than be in that defeat whirlpool many people find themselves in before they come to me.
Do you encourage people to write a journal and keep track of what they're eating, or no?
I think the less a person has to think about what they're doing with food and exercise, the better. The more automated it becomes, it's like savings. When you take out the money that you're wanting to save ahead of time, you never see it, you have a higher probability of actually being successful in your efforts. The same as with food. Make a decision of here's what I'm going to do, stick to it so that you're not allowing yourself to use food to change your emotional state. You want to learn how to master your own psychology so that you have the power to change how you feel without having to rely on something external to you.
Well, you look great. Thanks for sharing your story
Thank
with
you.
us. Charles has helped hundreds of people reach their weight loss goals, and he can help you. Give him a call at 314-495-3228 or go to his website, charlesdangelo.com. That does it for us this morning. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I hope you'll join us.
Rocked it. Very good.
Nice job.